All right, let's get right into it. For the longest time, the most powerful AI tools were, super complex, crazy expensive, or just locked away from all of us. Well, that's all changing. A whole new wave of incredibly powerful AI is here, and the wildest part, you can start using it like right now, completely for free. And look, these aren't just little toys. We're talking about tools that are so good, they're ready to straight up replace a lot of the paid software you might be using every single day. For work, for being creative, for doing research. This isn't just a small update, it's a huge shift in how we get stuff done. So let's kick things off with the tools that are designed to supercharge your daily grind. The ones that can literally give you hours back in your week by basically being the best work assistant you've ever had. Seriously, if you're still typing everything out by hand, you're just working too hard. Forget that old school dictation that trips over every other word and doesn't know what a paragraph is. A tool like WhisperFlow is what dictation was always supposed to be. It uses this advanced AI to grab what you're saying with amazing accuracy, even if you kind of mumble. But this is where it gets really powerful. It gets the complicated stuff. You can throw super technical jargon at it like Kubernetes migration and latency issues on the pods. And it doesn't even blink. It nails the spelling, the capitalization, the punctuation, all in the time it takes you to say it. It is an absolute game changer for just getting thoughts out of your head and onto the screen. We have all felt the pain of having a million tabs open, right? It's just a total mess, switching back and forth, trying to find that one piece of info. Well, tools like Comet Browser are completely rethinking this by building the AI right into the browser itself. So instead of juggling all that information, you can just ask the pages questions. And this right here is its superpower. You could have 3 totally different articles open. I don't know, one on quantum physics, one on ancient Rome, and one on baking, and you can literally ask the browser to find the connections between them. It synthesizes the overlapping ideas, which saves a ridiculous amount of time for anyone doing research. Okay, now let's talk about another problem I'm sure you've run into. You've got this, a 557-page user manual for your new camera. And, somewhere in that mountain of text is the one little thing you actually need to know. All you want to know is something simple, right? How do I change the frame rate? Trying to find that one sentence in a 557-page document is just awful. But what if you could just ask the document itself? Well, that's exactly what Notebook LM does. You just upload your files, manuals, research papers, whatever, and it instantly becomes a private expert on only that information. You ask your question, and boom, you get a clear step-by-step answer, and it even tells you the exact page number it came from. So it's not searching the whole web, just your stuff. And get this, as a crazy bonus, it can turn your boring documents into a pretty engaging podcast with 2 different hosts. Wild. Okay, so we've boosted our productivity. Now let's get to the really fun part, seeing how this new generation of AI can turn your ideas into actual things, even if you think you don't have a creative bone in your body. This is where we're seeing this incredible democratization of skill. For anyone out there who isn't a professional graphic designer, Canva's Magic Studio is an absolute lifesaver. It lets you create incredible-looking visuals and designs from nothing more than a simple sentence. And it's the detail here that's so cool. You're not just asking for a poster, you're setting a whole mood, a whole aesthetic. The AI actually understands what cyberpunk means and knows to use neon colors. It does like 95% of the creative work for you in just a few seconds. We are now so deep in the era of AI video. Tools like Kling are making it possible for anyone to generate high-quality video clips. You can just describe a scene or even upload a picture and watch it come to life. The quality you can get from a really detailed prompt is just staggering. I mean, it doesn't just make a car on a road. It understands low-angle shot, it understands wet city street, and it gets the neon signs reflecting in puddles. It even adds sound effects. The realism you can get from a free tool is just getting insane. If you ever need a voice for a video or a presentation, 11 Labs is the gold standard. We're not talking about those old robotic voices from your GPS. This is AI speech that has human-like emotion, inflection, and natural pauses that make it almost impossible to tell it's not a real person. When you hear a script like this one, the AI actually adds in little breaths, it pauses for effect, it shifts its tone. It's that natural, conversational delivery that makes it so convincing. And it's why you're hearing these voices basically everywhere on social media now.
All right, but what if you could create a totally original song without knowing how to play an instrument or write lyrics or even sing? Well, that's the magic of Suno. It's basically ChatGPT, but for making music.
And you can be this specific. You pick the topic, the genre, the mood, the instruments, even the style of the vocals. And then, in about 30 seconds, Suno spits out a full song, verse, chorus, the whole thing, that actually sounds legit and totally matches what you asked for.
Okay, finally, let's look at something that feels like it was pulled straight out of science fiction. This isn't just about making things we already make, but faster. This is about creating in a whole new dimension.
So meet Marble. This is an example of a totally new category, full 3D world generation. We've gone past 2D images and short videos. These tools let you generate entire explorable 3D scenes from just one sentence. This is brand new territory. So you start by describing a place with a ton of detail. Paint a picture with your words. A cozy studio, stacked books, warm candlelight. The AI takes this and starts to build not just an image, but an actual place. And this is the truly mind-blowing part. The image it makes isn't just a flat picture. It's a real 3D space that you can actually move around in. The AI understands the geometry, which means you can literally walk around that desk and see what's behind it, even though you couldn't see it in the first shot. This is the future of making assets for video games and movies, and it's happening right now. All of these tools, from writing your emails to composing a song to building entire 3D worlds, they're all becoming free for everyone to use. And it really makes you wonder, when the technical skill and the cost to create something basically drops to zero, what's the thing that becomes valuable? Is it your ideas, your taste, your specific vision? That's the question we're all about to find out the answer to.